Okay. This is a two-part one. God dang. Alright. Let's get to our daily lot of reading. Looks like most of the problems have been addressed. The combat data from the last test proved useful then. Very, I owe the team a lot. The Orbital Gear 3 is officially complete. Then you get a passing grade, I suppose. So, what next? Oh, I haven't given that much thought, actually. Which means your schedule is open. Try analyzing this. What is it? No questions. But, huh? But then how? Oh, you want me to figure that part out? There is no rush to your findings, nor is there a need to provide periodic updates. You're free to proceed. You're free to proceed however you wish. Is there something else? No. It's just you seem to be so swamped with work lately that I was wondering if I could help lighten the load.
That's what I'm here for. Who? What?
Ma.
There you are, Professor Russell.
Moi? Oh, she brought the gang.
Long time no see, Professor Schmidt, and thank you for keeping a watchful eye over my Tita.
Mom, why are you here? Why are all of you here?
Help lighten the load. That's what she just said, Tia.
Sorry to drop in, Tita. We were just escorting your mom.
And I'm here on a job. A very troublesome job, as it so happens.
Then why are Ren and George here?
How so?
That can wait. There's something much more important here than work.
Ah, mother's huggles. The huggles.
And that's you, my baby's breath bundle of cuteness. Oh, how your mommy has missed you.
Tita, your mom was great.
Mom?
And you've only gotten cuter. Oh, I can't believe it. It's a scientific marvel. They gotta have laws against going over cute capacity because I just can't take it.
Stop it, Mom! Everyone is watching!
Oh, they already know, Tita. They
Let 'em.
already know.
I get to hug and kiss and love on my favorite little girl.
Just like, let them. Like, Tita's mom is just top tier mom.
My Tita tank's been running on empty for months.
She's a mommy.
Professor?
Shut up, Elisa. You don't understand.
Just let her get it out of her system.
Poor Tita. Please. This is so embarrassing.
If you're going to fritter away my time, do it where I can't see it.
I'm sorry.
My apologies. I sometimes forget that my enthusiasm could give a man with already one foot in his grave a heart attack.
There you are with that cheek. I would assume you were the child if I didn't know that was your daughter standing next to you.
Oh, damn, Schmidt.
Why, thank you. My imagination is as rich as a child's.
Damn,
A
Erica.
good thing, too, since my partner now is a senile old fart whose last good idea may have predated our concept of time.
Oh, damn, Erica.
The nerve.
But Schmidt's loving it.
I can't tell if they hate each other or if this is just their thing.
It's they thing.
Yeah, I'm leaning toward the latter. She's the only engineer I know who can have at it with the professor.
Probably because she's gonna be him in 30 years.
Oh, damn,
Unlike
Agate.
her old man who just loves throwing whatever shit he can find together. These two develop tech with specific goals in mind. They also don't mind throwing everyone else under the bus if it means meeting those goals.
I.e. Agate. Usually Agate. Mostly Agate. It's always Agate. Erica doesn't care about anybody else. She wants to just throw Agate under the bus. She wants to be driving that bus as
Hey,
well.
Red, I got ears.
Yay! Red,
So-
stop!
The job?
Right, time to get down to business.
To defeat the Huns. Gotta defeat those Huns. Beat those Huns' ass. Also,
So
Tita,
you're
like,
forming a team to handle problems the Black Workshop left behind?
Tita, your mom is hot and she dresses snappy, and I love it.
In short, yes.
The workshops left scars all across the land. Their weapons, autonomous and otherwise, are on the black market. It could be people are scavenging for remnants of them.
However they're going about it, it's gonna be a problem in time. The guild's on full alert.
That sounds rough. No wonder you're here.
I came here as a representative of ZCF after receiving a formal request from the Imperial government.
Professors Schmidt and Russell are acting as the linchpins of the team. I'm here since I was connected to the workshop.
Indeed.
And the
Makes
guild
sense.
is working with us as a safety measure. All of this is being coordinated via the Reinford Company. We'll be investigating old sites while figuring out what to do with the weapons we find in said sites.
I see. I'm surprised you agreed to help, Professor.
I was
I
bored.
don't see it as helping. I couldn't care less what the government or the guild wants. All I want is the data the Black Workshop left behind.
Yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on it all.
You two have a one-track mind. Do you think I could be a part of the team? I'd love to be of some help.
Well,
You don't have to do a thing, Tita.
You're just my baby bundle. Boy, ba 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 ba.
I did say this job is troublesome, but as you can see, we have more than enough people to go around. And I didn't come all this way for nothing.
We don't even have to worry about funding, since RF and the government's footing the bill.
Nice.
Father was such a large part of this that my mother and I are by default.
No, that's
If
not.
it takes all of Reinford's resources to put an end to it, then that's just what we'll have to do.
Elisa, no. You and your mother are not part of it by default. That's not how it works. You and your mother are not responsible for the sins of your father. Like, people need to stop taking responsibility for shit that's not theirs.
And if anybody tries to get rough, they got the bracers to let them know what's what.
I mean, I was never going to worry about that. I know you guys are there.
then you know we're all set.
But I'm
the best
bored.
thing you can do right now is focus on school.
What about you, Ren? You got
But
school.
what about you? You're in school too.
That's what I'm saying, Tita. That's what I'm
I
saying.
sure am. Dean Collins allowed this as part of extracurricular activities.
So if you're saying if Principal Le Guin says I can do this for extracurriculars, I can do
I
it?
might even present a new thesis based on my findings.
So why can't I do what you're doing?
There's nothing you can do for this team. Why not make sure Makarov's damn niece doesn't set fire to the building while I'm out?
Oh, Professor, I know Mint can be a lot, but even she wouldn't.
Whoa! That wrench went flying! Huh? How did it get caught in the vent? Whoa! It caught on fire! This place is about to go up in smoke!
Yep.
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Tita. Yeah. Make sure Mick doesn't blow our lab up, please. Thank you. Barney's Tavern. If you need a drink and a place to sleep, come to Barney's. We're as friendly as the next dinosaur. So we'll be hanging out in the Empire for a little while. How long exactly? This particular problem's pretty broad, so we're thinking it'll take about 4 months or so. That long? Dan and that maniac should be able to hold down the fort just fine. I've got some things that need taken care of as soon as I'm back, but who could resist all this workshop business? Yeah, Tita felt super left out. Are you sure there isn't anything I can do to help? It's fine, don't worry, my little angel. The schedule itself isn't very packed, to be honest. Most of our time will be spent on data analysis. Yep, and if anything decides to get in our way, we'll give him a real smackdown and settle things in a jiffy. So don't stress, okay? If you say so. And if push comes to shove, I can always sacrifice this guy here. I don't mind. Hee. Mom! Just kidding. Or am I? Bullshit. It's my thoughts exactly, Agate. Oh, Agate, you silly, stupid man. Why would I have to resort to sacrificing you when there are so many other fun ways to use a pack mule over the next 4 months? Erica, like, you got a whole lot of evil packed into all that cute, don't ya? Fun, huh? You can lay off the murderous intent anytime now. Oh, it'll be fun, alright. Fun for me! Agate's stuck looking over his shoulder for the rest of his days. It's like her obsession with Agate has gone into overdrive after he and Tita went to the Empire. You do live a life of suffering, don't you? A normal person would have keeled over by now. Must be the A-ranker in you. Can you not sound so impressed? Poor Agate. What's got you so giggly? Just seeing us all together like this brings me back home is all. Well, home will always be there for you when you're ready for it. And since things are more or less back to normal, how do you like your school, Tita? The press couldn't stop talking about Thors during the war, especially your instructors. Well, everyone's really nice. There's lots of funny and interesting people around here. I was a little afraid when I first came here, but now I feel totally fine. That good, huh? Sounds like you've made some wonderful memories. Yeah! So make sure you give them a proper goodbye so you don't sour those fond memories. Huh? Don't worry, once you're settled, you can invite all your friends to come see you in Liberl. Come to think of it, I need to carve out some time in my schedule to talk this out with your instructors. Wait a second, Mom, what are you talking about? Why would I need to say goodbye? I'm not just here on a job, Tita. I'm here to take you back home. What? Why? This is so out of nowhere. Not as much as you think. I heard that the branch campus stood in opposition to the government during the war. You think I'd leave my daughter in such a dangerous place after hearing that? There was a good reason behind that. We were just trying to... The reason isn't the point. You were caught and put under house arrest for a while, weren't you? Sure, but it all worked out. And if it hadn't, all it would have taken was a single small mistake and I might have never seen my little girl again. I still can't bear the thought even now. Mom, I know you might hate me for taking you back, but I can handle that. I can't handle losing you. But I want to stay here a little longer. Come on, Erica. She's been working her ass off over here. Zip it, Agate. If you'd protected her like you were supposed to, she wouldn't have been in danger in the first place. Who was it who was so cocky when he said he'd keep her safe the day he left, huh? Because it's certainly not you. Don't blame Agate for this. No one could have predicted what happened, and I just didn't have the experience to... Nah, she's right. If I'd done my job, you wouldn't have been in half the trouble you were in. I got nothing to defend myself with. Still. With that said, let me ask you this. Why do you want to stay after all that's happened? Well, I'm still in the middle of classes. It'll be another year until I graduate. That doesn't matter. You don't care? Not as much as I care about the real reason you came to Erebonia. I want to study under Professor Schmidt and complete the Orbital Gear 3. And since Estelle and Joshua couldn't come here before, I figured I could be the one to help Olivier out. Now those answers matter. I read your report. I think you did amazing work on the Orbital Gear 3, which, of course, my daughter would. Prince Albert is safe, and your friends can now enter the country with no problem. From where I'm sitting, you've already gotten everything you could want out of Erebonia. When you put it like that, maybe, but... Did all of you know that Mom came here to take me home? Yes, we did. We tried convincing her otherwise. You sure you won't reconsider? I think you know what I'll say to that, Estelle. But Tita really likes it here. What's the harm in letting her enjoy it while she's still in school? She likes being at home, too, and there's nothing she couldn't learn in Liberl that she'd learn here in Erebonia. That means it's time for her to come back home. That's not true! Am I really wrong? I think so. If I can keep producing results, then that proves there's more I can stand to learn here, right? I suppose. The logic certainly sound enough. We'll be here for a while, so I see no reason not to entertain the idea. We have plenty of time to wait for her to produce results. We'll be operating out of the branch campus since it's where Professor Schmidt is staying. I highly doubt Tita will be in any danger between now and when we leave. No way she would. Fine. Really? Yes, really, but on 2 conditions. First, you must produce results that can convince me within 4 months. Second, after that, you must clear a test of my choosing. If you can fulfill those 2 conditions, I'll let you stay at Thor's till graduation. Fair? Fair. Like, Erica has all the embarrassing and stuff, but when you get right down to it, she's got the seriousness. Alright, it's life or death here, so let's kick off our first official meetup for the Project Orbital Gear 4. Mint, it's not that big a deal, we're just brainstorming. You say that, but if your mom isn't happy with what we come up with, then she's gonna pull you from the branch campus. I know. So it is life or death. There's no such thing as going overboard today, because we're as on board can be. We'll need every resource the engineering team here can get their hands on, so let's rock this out. Aye, laddie. We don't plan on skimping if you're at stake. That's so sweet. Okay, so I do have to help my uncle with his project, so I won't be able to help all the time. I'm sorry. Can I say we're gonna be much help either? We might have some trouble following along when it comes to the more complex aspects of this project. That's perfectly okay. Just having you here means the world to me. Now I've got to be the one to handle most of it. If I hand too much over, then it's like I've lost the point of it being given to me. You're so nice. That's the spirit. Forget everything else. We're here for you 100%. Now let's do this. Thank you, guys. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's really kick off our first official meetup for Project Orbital Gear 4. You keep saying first, miss, so how many more meetings do you got planned with this project? 0. We've only got 4 months. If we don't figure out what we need to do right now, we're going to be screwed on time. Then why call it the first? I felt cool, you know, I was just going with it. So, Tita, number 4, eh? You just finished developing the Orbital Gear 3, right? It can't be easy trying to one-up yourself so soon. If you're going to convince the professor to let you stay, shouldn't you go with less of a challenge? No, it has to be this. My mom designed the first Orbital Gear. If I really want her to recognize my skills, then improving the very thing she started is the way to go. I got you now, makes sense. Then you won't have another word from us. So where do we start? Do you have a concept in mind for Little Baby 4? That's better than Big Daddy 3. Little Baby 4? Big Daddy 3? It's a wee world, that little noggin, Gustav. Trying to understand it just to get your wee hated... What the fuck did you just say, Pablo? Trying to understand it'll just do your own head in. Oh, that's what I'm stuck on right now. Everyone's helped turn the Orbital Gear 3 into something with incredible specs. Surpassing that is going to require some major overhaul. I don't even know where to start. That'll put a damper on things, yeah. Well, what can't the previous models do? What can we add? There's got to be something. You know, I felt my heart skip a beat when I saw a Panzer Soldat flying around. What about that? Flying? Yeah, that could. Tita, let us in on the brain. Any more faces and you think I was going through pics on a stereoscope. I can't even tell if you like the idea or not. I like the direction, but we wouldn't be the first to do it. But the Orbital Gear is a Russell thing, isn't it? It is, but 2 years ago, ZCF and the Epstein Foundation joint developed something called the Eidolon Gear. It's like a sister weapon to the Orbital Gear. Oh, like Elisa's EXA? Yeah, but 3 companies were involved with the EXA, whereas Eidolon Gear is mostly the Foundation tech that can make it stand out. I'm almost certain it was capable of manned flight. Wow, ain't that something? Is there a reason 3 didn't incorporate it if the technology's already out there? Well, to be honest, it's because I just don't know a whole lot about the Eidolon Gear. That's an easy fix. All we gotta do is ask. I understand. I'll answer any questions you have. Thank you so much, Tio. No need to thank me. ZCF helped make it happen, so it's the least I can do is share. To start, the Eidolon gear did achieve flight to some degree, but it was far from perfect. What happened? Two things. Performance and operational time. It's possible to fly with a pilot in the seat, but add another Kirim and performance drops dramatically. It also significantly refuses how long it can operate. It isn't designed for multi-purpose work for long periods. Forget flight combat. Let's see. The Orbital Gear 3 solved the operational time issue, and it adapted well to suit its pilot's needs on the spot. Another thing is that the Eidolon gear can't function without first linking with the Aeon system. It was a progressive machine for its time, but it came with some very big limitations. So it had some incredible stuff to it, but it lacked the versatility of the 3. Then adding a flight function to the 3 wouldn't be such a bad idea after all. Not bad, it's pure brilliant is what. It sounds like it would work much better than anything that's come before it, yeah. But it's not like we can just slap it on, right? It's only got so much heft, and it's not like we can simply apply some kind of booster like with the Panzer Soldats. It will not be easy veering around tight turns with how it's built, too. Not easy isn't the same as impossible, so no matter how hard it is, I'm going to make it happen. Ooh, you're all kinds of inspired. We may have some materials that could help, so I'll put them together and send them to you in a bit. Thank you. Thanks to your input, we now have a plan. And this one is sure to make Mom see what I'm made of. Yeah. 1 month later. How's progress going? We brought snacks. Oh, hi, Sandy. Hi, Freddy. You look like you've seen better days. That's nothing Freddy's fighting formula can't fix. Go on, give it a bite. What's in it? Huh? It's a special blend of 7 kinds of bugs to help out fight fatigue. It's bitter. It's so bitter. But what is this deep, rich aftertaste? It's like I'm being swathed in a blanket of pure energy. Whew, I feel like a whole new Tita now. Nothing beats a second wind, right? More like nothing beats whatever it is you just gave me. I've got some sandwiches too, if you're hungry. I'd love some, Sandy, and thanks a bunch, Freddy. No thanks needed. Anything for a cooking club comrade. Right, I haven't been able to drop by the club at all lately. Please, if anything, we wish we could do more for you. We're in your corner, Tita. Next year won't be the same if you aren't there to cook with us. I really want to stay too. So far so good on the plan then, I hope. Well, haha. Going by how out of it you were, I'm guessing not. I've made prototype after prototype, but none of them quite make the cut in terms of specs. I feel bad since everyone's going out of their way to help, but to be honest, I'm stumped. Have you tried asking Professor Schmidt? I don't know, he might just glare at her before brushing her off. I know he's still scary up front, but I think he'd still give me a hint if I asked. It's just that I don't want him to. My friend's helping me out is one thing, but he's a professor. If this whole thing moves forward based on the input of someone whose mom's equal, then is it really my project anymore? That's a valid point, sure. But that means your roadblock's not going anywhere. So when I hit a wall on something, I do something else to take my mind off it. Oh, you know, I do that too if I'm stuck on cooking. I like to go out hunting. Want to take a run through the mountains? I'll pass on the mountains, but I like the direction this is going. Actually, I haven't analyzed that device Professor Schmidt gave me yet. I think I'll start there. Who knows? Maybe I can even solve it if I pull another all-nighter. I'm not sure that's going to help. What? Sure it is. Just give me more than bug frit. Different strokes, Sandy. Do what makes you tick, Tita. As long as you don't overdo it, anyway. Thanks, you two. Oh. What? What's up with this reaction? Is it some kind of gravitational engine? But how is it so small? I can't think of any practical use for this on the top of my head. Could be a prototype. I think I get why the professor gave this to me now. Yeah, and now here. Professor Schmidt, do you have a minute? Only just. Keep it brief. It's about the device you gave me. I thought I told you there wasn't any need for periodic updates. It's not that. It's just, I just wanted to confirm something about how it's used. Do whatever you want with it. Huh? I said, do whatever you want with it. Now, no more questions. Then I will. Thank you, Professor. I'll see you later. Like, I didn't hit L1, but it's still proc to the super speed. Okay. Might have grazed it when I was trying to reposition myself. Professor Schmidt gave her the device to help out to prove her mother. North Languedoc Canyon Road. Okay, it's time for the final operational trial. I guess it'll have to be. You've only got 2 days until you present your findings to Erica. You ought to be proud of how you come. Wait, why only 2 days? It did 1 month later than 2 months later. So at the very most, that would be 3 months. She had 4 months. Maybe. I never dreamed the unit the professor gave me would turn out to be a new gravitational engine. The internals are really unique, so it took lots of tweaking to make it work. But after fitting it to this prototype, I couldn't believe the kind of results I was getting. So that set the direction I needed to follow. After that, new ideas just kept coming, and the prototype was done before I knew it. I've done a few flight tests and made improvements after each, and now... what is it, Agate? Nothing. I just like how passionate you are. Oh, sometimes I get the fire in me and I just can't stop yammering. Anyway, thanks for coming with me today. Like I'd let you come all the way out here alone. Why did you pick a spot in the middle of nowhere like this anyway? Well, this is my last chance to collect data, so I wanted to make the most of it. Nobody comes here and the elevation is naturally uneven. It's just perfect for flying around. Makes sense. Well, go wild. I'll be here watching you the whole way, so let me know if you need anything. Okay, I'm gonna get started. Butt fire! There she's got the zoomies. Whee! Agate, I finished the test course now. Good stuff. Here are all the numbers you wanted. No idea if they're good or not. Looked like you were flying pretty well to me, though. Oh, this is a big success! Huge! Mom's bound to be satisfied by numbers like this. Awesome. Guess all that's left is for Mama Bear to go over it with a fine-toothed comb. Sounds like you've got it in the bag. Thanks so much for all the help, Agate. Maybe it's a bit premature to be saying this before Mom gives the okay, but I'm gonna need more of that while I'm at the academy. Yeah, I got you. The guild's still understaffed in the Empire, so I wasn't planning on heading on home anytime soon. Coming to check on you every so often's easy enough. Yay! Oh, that's bad. Something up with that airship? Could be some kind of mechanical failure. If the pilot can't descend, it's going to crash into the mountain. That's not good. Good thing I have this unit. I'm going to go and help. Tita! Its flight field's completely down. Can someone in there hear me? Who are you? There's no time to explain. Just hold on tight to something. I'll do what I can. I need to elevate it somehow. Full power! Ugh, this isn't enough. Releasing output limiter. Extra boostage! Yeah!
Just a bit.
More power!
I did it.
You more Boward.
Now I just need to get back to Agate. Huh? Don't tell me it overheated. Huh? Agate!
You okay, Tita?
By the skin of my teeth, but yeah, I'm okay.
I can't take my eyes off of you for a second now, can I? Nothing but trouble, I swear.
I'm so sorry. If I hadn't run off like that on my own...
If you hadn't run off like that on your own, those people would have died.
I'm teasing. You got nothing to apologize for. You probably saved the lives of everyone on that airship. You did the right thing, Tita.
You mean it?
Still, you might be safe.
But we can't say the same for the Orbital Gear 4, huh?
Yeah, no, it's toast. That fucking guy is everywhere! The two eventually descended to the bottom of the canyon and recovered the Orbital Gear 4's wreckage. Unfortunately, it was clear that a few days wouldn't be enough to fix it, and peculiarly, the new engine fitted within was nowhere to be found. In the end, Tita returned to the branch campus in low spirits, Agate gently patting her on the back in an effort to cheer her up. That guy's everywhere. He's taking all my shit.
Rendering browsing interface.
What a bastard. And that concludes my report. You imbecile! I'm so sorry. I lost the new gravitational engine and everything. I couldn't care less about that. I told you to do whatever you wanted with it, and it's common to lose materials in the middle of testing. That said, you are incorrect in your assumption of what it is. It is? It's not a new gravitational engine. That you've overcomplicated what it is makes you an imbecile. Then what is it? It's something recovered from the Black Workshop. That changes everything! Whether it was developed on-site remains uncertain, of course. Judging by the data recovered and your own findings, however, its internal structure points toward it being an artifact. An artifact? Then I really did overcomplicate things. I thought it was a new revolutionary tech I didn't know about, but it's an artifact, and of course I wouldn't know about it. You should have noticed with the slightest tinkering. It's likely the workshop developed the external structure to draw out a found artifact's power to manipulate gravity. And when they could find no practical use for this power, it was developed no further. If nothing else, I give you credit for doing more with it than they could. It being an artifact makes me losing it even worse, though. It's technology we cannot analyze nor reproduce. I have no interest in it. Then it's really okay? The thing that perplexes me here is that it's the only thing that vanished on site. That and an incident occurring right next to the testing site almost strikes me as intentional. Am I the one overcomplicating things now? Nah, Schmitty, you complicate things the perfect amount. Your work, your relationships, just you make everything complicated, Schmidt. And with that, our investigation and post-processing of the Black Workshop is over, for now at least. If nothing else, we don't need to worry about the sites all over, and there's no fear of further outflow. But sadly, that means all the stuff that's already leaked out is out of our hands now. It'd be a good idea to keep an eye on the black market for weapons, both of the conventional variety and AL-run variants. AI-run variants? I think it's supposed to be AI. We'll leave that to the Empire's intelligence agency. I doubt they'll find much of anything. The most notable items have either already been scrapped or collected by someone. By which you mean... It's gotta be. The society, I presume. I'd say the chances are strong. Professor Novartis wasn't in the Empire during the Great Twilight, but there's no way he'd pass on a chance to acquire the legacy of the gnomes. He's the supervisor of the 13 factories, right? Going by the data we collected, he's quite the madman. Oh, I rather suspect the two of you would get along quite well, Auntie Erica. He's an engineer through and through, and I don't mean that as a compliment. Ren, my dear, we're going to have a little chat about how you view me later on. And don't call me Auntie. Those two sure are birds of a feather. Genius takes many forms. The 13 factories, they're going to need a reappraisal. The technology gap between them and the everyday world is wider than we ever imagined. But now they've been cut off from the Black Workshop. I imagine they'll be producing less super advanced tech, yeah? Sadly, that's unlikely. As far as I'm aware, there are several engineering organizations within the 13 factories, and all of them are more advanced technologically than any conventional company. The Black Workshop was just one of them. But I suppose there's been a lot of tech theft back and forth, so everyone's just been using everyone else. This whole network seems crazy huge. We knew that from the beginning, dummy. All we can do is keep putting pressure on them like we've always done. And once again, you demonstrate why kids need more than protein powder in their diets growing up, you red-headed reprobate. Our problem isn't just the society. Things on the surface have started moving as well. The desertification of Eastern Cimmeria is only getting worse, I'm sure you've heard. But even outside that, thanks to the Great War, multiple Jaeger groups and disquieting factions have started to make moves. Even private military companies have started expanding their forces. That's been a hot topic at the Guild lately as well. And then there's the massive reparations that the Empire has had to pay to the Republic because of the war. The power balance between the two nations has shifted greatly, and that's affecting things on a global scale. For sure, yeah. Somehow I suspect I'm not getting any vacation time from the Guild anytime soon. The meaning behind the term technology is going to grow far bigger than we could ever imagine. While the Orbital network is still limited as of right now, it's going to expand. We'll be sending and receiving massive amounts of data faster than ever before. And so, as a representative of ZCF, I've made a proposal. The creation of the West Zemuria Tech Union. The West Zemuria what now? To put it simply, it's an organization made up of engineers and related groups all helping one another. The true goal here is to raise our total technological savvy through the cooperation of various organizations in the field. Also that we can not only contend with Ouroboros' 13 factories, but also approach the various problems on the continent from a technological angle. Wow, impressive. It's quite the bold idea, for you anyway. Needless to say, this organization is pointless if it's not of a certain scope or has sufficient influence. Which is why I'd like you to participate, Professor Schmidt. Do you really think I'd go along with this little game of yours? I expected he'd react like that. For the record, I plan on getting my dear old dad involved. And I'll be bringing in Professor Hamilton into the mix as well. All 3 disciples. So if you're concerned over your own many deficiencies, please don't be. All we really need is the cloud of having your name attached. Everything else you can leave to the other 2 disciples, myself and the younger generation. Feel free to enjoy your twilight years in peace. You wily little brat. Fine. You've successfully gotten under my skin. I'll join this little union of yours. Well, at least he admits to taking the bait. Look forward to despairing over just how insignificant you really are. Hopefully you don't start sobbing when you find yourself outmatched with an invention yet again. That only happened because a certain adult decided to give it his all against a little kid. Some of us lack the ability to pull our punches, especially against a mouthy girl like you. I'm warning you, Codger. I'm not the same wide-eyed upstart I was back then. Underestimate me and I'll thrash you before you can say adult diaper, you dour-faced fart factory. That'll leave you plenty of time to make it to the senior discount night at the country buffet. You've got a big mouth. Good, that should make it easier to eat those words. Only if I can borrow your teeth. Oh, goddamn! Adios above, and I thought I was quippy. No, Estelle, like... You get your licks in, but Erica eats the whole goddamn lollipop. Erica is the fucking sass. They bicker so hard that they almost loop around. They almost loop around back into getting along. Honestly. Anyway, getting back to what you proposed, the Rhineford group will gladly cooperate. I can't make the call for everything here, but I'm sure Mother will agree. I can also offer what little help I have to give. Thank you, both of you. When I look at talented young folks like you, I start to see the light at the end of the tunnel. This all sounds fascinating. I wouldn't mind helping out. Oh, I already factored you in, sweetie, believe me. You've written countless dissertations already, and you've already been tremendously helpful through your connection to Jorg Rosenberg. It looks like I've been sucked into this little plan without even knowing it. Hey, you really thought this through. Of course, unlike you, I actually have a brain up here. Man, no respect. Well, hey, sounds like things are moving in the right direction already. That it does. But in order for this tech union to really make a difference, it needs the assistance of two other groups. The Epstein Foundation and the Verne Company. Depending on how negotiations go with the Epstein Foundation, I can see them participating. The Verne Company, on the other hand, yeah, Estelle's got to level up her fucking her game. She's fucking she's like a scrub compared to Erica. Yeah, unlike the Rhineford group, they're an industry academia collaborative enterprise heavily influenced by outside funding. Getting them to come to an agreement regarding all these kinds of political problems will be a task. When Professor Hamilton was still with them, we might have been able to use Professor Schmidt and Professor Russell as potential ins. Not so now. I've barely been in touch with her since she resigned as a consultant there. Professor Hamilton, huh? She's helped both myself and Dan out a whole lot. I wonder what she's up to these days. She's probably more useful than a certain stubborn old sloth I know. She'd definitely be a better fit than some big-headed buffoon who clings to her daughter. I'm sorry? Say that again. Now, kids, both of you, take it down a notch. We've got a lot of problems to deal with, so all we can do is take care of them one at a time. Erica just doesn't let up, man. Yo, Erica, about tomorrow's test. I read your report, but I have no intention of extending the deadline. But did she ask for that? No, she didn't. Then don't butt in. Just keep your mouth shut and watch over her. What she chooses to present and represent is up to her. Man, both of you are too damn stubborn. The next day. Isn't going with this kind of overkill? The Orbital Gear 3 is already a fairly powerful machine. I'm sure Professor Russell fully expects the new model to outperform the 3 and has adjusted the difficulty of her test accordingly. Are you really ready for whatever she has in store, Tita? I'm ready. I can't back down from this, not without giving it a fair shot. Yusei, Yuna, Altina, thank you so much for helping me out with this. Since Professor Russell allowed you to enlist some friends, I'm sure she's further adjusted her calculations with us in mind. Hey, we know this keep like the back of our hands. We'll kick this test butt in no time. And we aren't the only friends helping you out today. What? Oh, I've missed you all so much. Alfalfin. Princess Alfalfin? Well, we just saw each other pretty recently. What are you doing here, Your Highness? So, the last helper is the princess? Pleasure charmed, I'm sure. That's right, Alphen Rice Arnor, at your service. Really? At our service? Muse informed me that this was all what this was all about, including how it related to Tita's capture and house arrest. I believe I hold some responsibility for you being in this position in the first place. Knowing she felt that way, I thought it would be nice to enlighten her of this test so she could offer her hand. Her support will be vital in maximizing Tita's chances of success in whatever is up ahead. Oh, thank you, Muse. But Your Highness, I don't want you to feel like you're the one responsible for what happened. And then you wish to turn me down? A fellow captive who was just as involved as you were? Oh, well, I didn't mean to imply that you weren't. Was it just me who felt a certain closeness as we overcame such an ordeal together? No, I felt the same way. We've become friends, Your Highness. Then I don't see the problem with my being here. What are friends for if not for helping one another when in need? That's true, but yeah, you're right. She never stood a chance against that Silver Tongue. Well, I certainly wish I could say the same about Reen, but he seems all but immune to my charms. Oh, the instructor's defenses are quite sturdy indeed. You and I may need to resort to more aggressive tactics. Or we don't resort to any tactics at all, or discuss them, or think about them. I think I finally understand what Elise has been suffering through. Back to the topic at hand, then. My brother and sister-in-law would be very sad to see you leave the Empire like this, Tita. Consider my helping you serving their interests as much as mine. Then I will. Thank you, Princess Elfin. We'll see to it that you're in no real danger. Not to worry, Altina. If the Zero Artisan compliments my mastery of arts, then I surely have a knack for them. Tovold praised you that much. You were with him during the Civil War, weren't you? I'm sure this wasn't just simple flattery on his part. It's time to get the show on the road. Yeah, Elfin's good like that. She can get everybody to do what she wants but Reen. Reen still keeps his pants on. And her pants on. You all understand how the keep works, right? Yeah, we're familiar. Alright then, the test requires you to reach its farthest steps. But don't think it'll be easy. Don't think that'll be easily done. I personally oversaw all the adjustments made to level XX. You're in for some real pain if you think my settings are half as easy as whatever Grandpa Grinch put out here for you. Oh, she did not just say she makes Professor Schmidt look easy. I may need to recalculate this test's threat level. It doesn't matter. However dangerous it may be, we'll still pull through. Come on, Tina, let us begin our adventure. You got it. I know we'll pass as a team, so I just know I'm counting on you guys. Here, here.
Oh no. Behind us! It's time! All at once! This is the power of love!
No, Muse, it's not the power of love. Yeah, we're just gonna skip all the fucking fights here because don't care.
Trap triggered. Unfortunate.
You can't catch me! Y'all are too damn easy. This track's kind of bumping though. That's a big boy.
That enemy looks like a handful.
Yeah, that's why we're skipping it, Yuna. That enemy definitely would have been a handful. That's why we ain't messing with that guy. There you are. Forget talk. Just come on and hit me with what you got. Hey, can't you guys play along? Estelle's trying to be all cool, but she's lame. Like, I love her, but she's a goob. Actually, back up a sec. How'd you get a private tea party set up in here? Yeah, I was literally about to ask that before I was ripping on you, Estelle. How the fuck did Ren get the whole last table in here? Sorry, I'm honestly not even sure what we're supposed to be doing here. What can I say? Every proper young lady worth her salt needs to have a table and a tea set on hand. Where are you keeping them? But since he said it, we should probably fill in poor Kurt on what's going on. Well, yeah, we gotta be ironclad first line of defense here. So we've got Estelle, Ren, and Kurt. What are you doing here anyway? Let's just say Professor Russell latched on and wouldn't let go. I wasn't so keen on coming with at first when she said she was serious about testing Tita's determination. Well, as a humble swordsman, I couldn't possibly refuse to lend my aid if it helped you, so here I am. She knew exactly what to say to sucker him in then. Yeah, Kurt can be a little too naive for his own good sometimes. Oh, Mom, why do you have to be like this? Well, never mind me or what I'm supposed to actually be doing. My real question is, what in the world are you doing here, Princess Elfin? Gee, oh Kurt, you mustn't fret over the finer details. At the risk of sounding rude, I think we have very different definitions of what constitutes a finer detail. So if I'm understanding the situation rightly, you three are obstacles the professor has arranged for us to beat. You understand very rightly. That saves me the trouble of having to explain stuff. Nice. Then all we need to do is confront you with all our strength, correct? Yeah, like, I have Kurt in his girl uniform. But it doesn't show here. Yep, no pulling punches or you'll be sorry. If I recall, the initial project was conceived to combat powder matter. In which case, I expect the current version to have at least as much strength. Hope you don't disappoint. While I may have been hoisted into this as a Vander swordsman, I will gladly test your might. Don't you mean a Vander swordswoman? Now we're talking. Let's take it from the top. Come on and hit me with what you've got. Will do, Estelle. Here goes.
You ready for this, Tita?
Sorry, but I won't be gentle.
Let's make this a fair duel.
You're down!
How's this for fair dueling?
Okay! You're making progress.
Thank you.
Isn't over.
It's over.
It's not Cody. No! It's my turn.
Oh, hey, Reen. I am doing great. My favorite Trails characters... Elise and Alpin, Ren, Muse, Nadia, Sharon, Sarah, Claire. I love them all, save for like Machias, Eustace, and Elliot. Like they're all good. Oh no, I mean it was all the delay. Oh no.
My sword and
yeah, Vander swords, Vander swords, blah blah blah.
It's my duty. I can do it. Arcus, activate. Come on, girl.
Blast him. Blast him.
Now that's a win.
strength.
Yeah. I fucking love this series so much.
You got me. Nice. We did it.
Phew, well that's that, I suppose. Would you look at that? I'm impressed. Bro, yeah. That's fair. I love them all the same. With Sky, I was a big fan of Kevin and Joshua, and Luve. Luve was pretty cool, although we didn't really get to see much of him. Yeah, Reen's power of friendship does not extend to Emma. Reen's power of getting lost in the hills of her chest during the study session definitely does. Randy and Ario's pretty good. Like, I don't hate Lloyd, but I'm not the biggest fan of Lloyd. I'm like mid on him. And Reen kind of sounds more like a guy with Crow. Like, I think Reen and Crow's bromance is a little more romance. I love Crow. Crow is so fucking great. Whew, thank Adios. That's a big weight off my shoulders. Huh? Why is that? That was all I had to do for your mom. Now I can focus my energy on backing you. Yeah. I mean, you kinda... like, even if it was all just a big misunderstanding and they apologize to each other, you kind of get a little traumatized when you save one of your classmates and she just fucking outright slaps you in the face at your first meeting. And Laura's, well, Laura. What she said, we can't help you with your test, but you can be sure we'll be rooting for you, Tita. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. How you two managed to bounce right back and have all that energy after such an intense fight is a mystery. Yeah. I'm personally a big fan of Reen Elise, Reen Alphen, or Reen Sarah as my pairing. There's something else, right? Okay, forget about us. You gotta keep going, but don't let your guard down, okay? Not until it's all over. And Tita? Yes, Kurt. Everyone at the branch campus believes in you. You already more than proved yourself with me. I don't mind Fee. Fee's adorable. She is cat. She just sleeps and eats and chills. Yeah, I don't like... I don't really like Elisa too much either. And yeah, Laura's character is pretty much, oh, my father was strong, so I have to be strong. And Reen, why are you strong but not strong, but stronger than me? But you're holding back because of me, but also because of your sister. But you're making me look bad by making you look bad, by making us all look bad. But don't forget, there are lots of people who couldn't be here today that are crossing their fingers. I won't. Thank you, Kurt. Yeah.
I think I have a good idea what we're in for now. Yes, although we can probably still expect to run into some surprises along the way.
Yeah. Trails games are the games that I, like, enjoy a lot of the characters. Yeah, Reen basically had to carry the old Class 7. I'm fine with that because Reen is fucking sick, and I kind of like overpowered main characters.
Strong.
Yeah. Well, I'd say more Celine than Reen. Celine was like the GOAT. You just can't go wrong with cats. Which kind of breaks my heart that I didn't really
That enemy is strong.
use Celine too much in the Reverie corridor in this game. Despite all the crazy cheesy strats you can do with just Brave Order spamming. Yeah, that's true, but since she is a cat, I forgive. I would give my soul for Cat. Oh, Ash. Ash is another one. Ash is fucking great. I forgot about Ash. How could I forget about Ash? So you made it, huh? Guess that means you made it through round 1 easy enough. Joshua. When I saw Kurt with those girls, I assumed Ash would be waiting somewhere up ahead, but not... Reen, what a pleasant surprise. I wasn't thinking you'd be roped into this as well. The feeling is mutual, Your Highness. I'm just as surprised to see you here. Are you sure it's okay to slip out of Heimdall without saying a word to anyone else? Oh, nobody will worry if I'm gone for a day. It may create work for Representative Regnitz in the least, but what can you do? Oh, yeah. Alright, I'll have to... I'll have to go to the beach with Emma at some point then. I only gave my love to Elise, and I looked at her chest the whole time. And then she's like, I'll put on my bravest face if that's what you want. It's like, that is what I want. But also, I want you to have your little shy goober face. I'm sure Elise will be able to make short work of any fuss caused, Your Highness. I should know. I used to cause plenty of grief for her in my time. Tell me something I don't know. Hate to rain on your parade when you only just got here, ladies, but ain't no way you're getting past us. You seem to be eating this up, as they say, Ash. Maybe, not like I volunteered for it. That wacko engineer forced me into doing the whole test thing. But I figure if I have to be here, might as well take this chance to unwind and really get wild. Excuse me, did you just call me a wacko? Yes, she did, Ash. Or yes, he did, Erica. Wow, I flubbed up that interaction. But yeah. I just love the series so much. As much as I love Final Fantasy, I think this series is just overall better. Better characters, way better story. I will say I'm not a terribly big fan of the particular combat in this game, as far as like turn-based RPGs go, I definitely prefer more of the traditional stuff. With like maybe a few interesting mechanics here and there, like Bravely Default and Octopath. But for story and characters, this series is just top tier. I think the last time I fought with you on the same team was back at the Imperial Fortress, huh, Ash? Chances like this don't come around every day, so I think I'll try and show you what I've gotten me too. I'm okay with the power of friendship. Friendship and cool seals the fact that they are, oh, we care about you, Reen. Thor's taught me you need to have people's backs, but yeah. Yeah. But I'm also partially okay with that. Because I like Reen a hell of a lot as a character. So like anybody who just gets Reen going and gets him stronger and just lets Reen steal the show, I'm okay with that, because I just like Reen stealing the show. He's such a cool character, and I want him to just showcase how cool he is. Reen gets bitches. Reen deserves bitches. But also, Reen is too stupid to understand how he gets bitches, because all he does is talk about how much he loves his friends. Yeah. That's true. I just love Reen and his patented head pats. You sure? She's like family to you, right? Her being like family means I already know how strong she is. Yeah. It is just a shame that technically Elisa's supposed to be the canon pairing. Just like how you and your classmates are just like you know what your classmates are made of after working together with them so much, right? Yeah, I guess so. It feels kind of strange to be in charge of conducting testing in the Keep for a change. Well, you two have the right idea. There's no better time to see how my students have grown than now. Fair enough. You know, Altina and Muse, I want you to fight me with everything you have. Show me what you've learned at Thor's. The same goes for you, Your Highness. I want to see the fruits of your training since the end of the Silver War. And it would be my absolute pleasure to demonstrate. Content worked better with Emma, Eustace, and the Orion sisters. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Eustace. I don't like his skills, and I don't really care for his character. Machias at least has interesting crafts I can work with. You heard the man. We gotta do what we gotta do. We're in this to win this. Indeed, I'm quite interested in seeing how well Instructor Reen performs against us as well. I'm ready when you are, Tita. I actually usually have Tita as my main healer when she's around. I just think Vital Cannon is too fucking good.
Show me how serious you really are. You crazies better be able to keep up with me.
Okay, Tita, give it all you got.
Take this! I can do it!
Yeah, I always built Tita as my healer. He actually calls out Spoiled Brats Class 7.
Commence stride! It's my turn! It's my turn.
We're just gonna spam fucking spells.
Shot! Here I go! Go!
Just kill them all? Alright, we almost won.
This isn't over yet.
Probably.
Oh no, the pain.
I can do it! Arcus activate!
Time to get sick.
It's
Yeah.
my turn!
Very easy mode is in fact incredibly very easy.
Here!
Who knew?
It's my turn. Arcus, activate.
You're so...
Pretty damn good. You're strong.
If you need me... Go!
Alright.
Nice work.
Did we win?
Oh man, these daydreams just take so long.
Look at my stats.
Whew. I don't know how we passed that one. You all did great. Your teamwork and coordination really blew me away. You should have no trouble getting through the last trial if this is what you're putting out. So there's one more hurdle to go, you're saying. Tell me because of... Yeah. I think Emma's Daydream is the next one on the list after this one. You have nothing to fear, Tita. Promise you're going to pass Promise. You're going to pass with flying colors. If you're going up against opposition even tougher this round, though, then we're sure in for a tough fight. Maybe, but Her Highness has the right idea. We'll get through it as a team, Tita. You won't be going at this alone. So one way or another, it's going to be okay. Listen up, Russell. I've got something to say to you. What is it, Ash? Fact is, you're vital to engineering at the branch campus. You think Pablo can take over what you got going on? It's like the cooking club. If Sandy was the lone soldier over there, she'd be powerless at whatever the hell Freddy does. Yeah, we don't get too much Mateus, which is sad, because the little bit I've seen of Mateus, he's fucking awesome. I mean, I don't mind Viscount Arcade either. Victor's pretty sweet, too. It's like the cooking... Oh, yeah, we already read that. So, show some spine, damn it. You're not helpless. Just go out there and prove it. Thank you so much, Ash. I guess that's one way to give someone a pep talk. That's Ash for you. He means well, though. I think we'll be taking our leave and moving on. Farewell, boys. Yeah. As much as I love Joshua as a character, I didn't really enjoy using him too much because I don't like his skill set.
It's a testament to how much she's grown since transferring to the branch campus.
Aw.
I prefer...
You're both so sweet.
I absolutely prefer the casters in this series.
I can't let everybody out there down.
The magic is just so cool.
I can see the end. Guess that means we're coming up on the last test.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, but I'll need you for this one last push.
Of course. We're here to help till the very end.
Nah, I'm happy Crow and Milliam came back. I love them so much. I would be too heartbroken if they didn't come back. There you are. Agate, what the fuck is that thing? I suspected you'd be last in line. Not by choice, but yeah, here I am. What's that large thing next to you? I've got a bad feeling about this. Haha, I thought you'd never ask. Of course you're behind it, Mom. I'm okay with that. Like, I cried my tears for Crow and I cried my tears for Milliam. So that's enough for me. It's like, they still do it better than Dragon Ball Z. Like, I just can't care about what happens to the characters in that show. This baby's archaism, developed by using data acquired from the society. It's just me, or has something like this happened before? Needless to say, I didn't just copy-paste the damn thing. It's been loaded with all kinds of modifications to soup it up. Are you the one controlling it, Professor? I am. Remotely, of course. I wanted to be a part of this final test as much as I could. So let's hop to it. May the final test begin! Everyone, please lend me your strength. Understood. Here to rock and roll. Anything for you, Tita. I'm ready for battle. Here we go! No holding back, Agate. Whoa, time out. I gotta do my thing first. What thing? For crying out loud. Here I go. Ga! Ha! Sha! Swoosh! Not in front of other people. What is she doing, Tita? This is her success dance. It's a little ritual she does before any big test or experiment. I fail to see how this is her big test. Yeah. Like, I don't mind the initial 3, but I do wish, like, far too many things have the villains have redemption arcs. And, like, sometimes that's cool, but sometimes you just want a villain who's evil for the sake of being evil. Like, yeah, I wish villains could just be villains for the sake of being villains. Sure, hit me with the knowledge. Well, I think it looks like fun. Now, this isn't any success dance. It's a level 3 success dance. Oh, level 3. We've got more to go. I'm about to get this machine nice and warmed up. Hiya! What the? I knew you'd pull this crap. Would you knock it off, Erica? Relax, I'm just doing some light exercises. It's not like I'm aiming for you, Red. Yeah! True. Yeah, a lot of people did say that Crossbell thrived under his leadership. I heard that, not aiming for me my ass. Goodness me, do you think my world revolves around you? Newsflash, it doesn't. Now stop squirming around so much. Like hell I will. Yeah. I do like villains being able to stay villains. That's why Dio was my favorite anime villain of all time. He was just evil for the sake of being evil, and all throughout any time he was on screen, he was just evil. He had no real reason to be evil. He just wanted to be evil. Mom, that's dangerous. Yeah. I kind of wish Black Alberic was just her dad, just entirely her dad, and not somebody who possessed her dad. Poor Agate. For all his love, he still hasn't passed the mom test. And warm-up complete. Ready to go when you are. I swear to Adios, this woman. I did not know he killed Emma's mom. Unless it was stated in Cold Steel 4, then I did know that. I guess I just didn't remember. Oh ho, Agate Crosder. Is this all it takes to bring an A-rank bracer to his knees? Who's on his knees? I'm raring to go. You're really okay, Agate. Ain't no problems on my end. You worry about yourself. Listen up, Tita. I didn't do enough to protect you during the Great Twilight. That's not true. Yeah, it is. That's why I don't got the right to whine to your mom this time. And that's also why I'm standing on this side instead of yours. Agate. You gotta be the one to prove it to her. Show her you're not the short stuff she needs to be so protective of anymore. But I can do it alone. But can I do it alone? I know you can, even when I'm not pulling any punches. Better come at me with all you've got, Tita. Okay, get ready for a beatdown then, Agate.
All right, this here is your final test.
Give me your worst, Tita. I can take it.
Thank you so much. I'll go.
Yeah. Yeah, I've used that argument about the God dang it, buttons. I've used that argument about like Osborn and shit, like, oh yeah, you can't really blame Osborn because it was all Ishmelga and everything. Which is true, but it does cheapen them as villains. It's like, oh, he's not really a villain.
I still got more to me.
You think this is over?
Oh, Erica, it's definitely over.
Oh, nice. Unit unresponsive? Hey, Red, what is your major malfunction?
Yeah, I'm doing... Oh my god, my
Got a
throat.
little stronger.
Yeah, I'm doing all these daydreams on very easy mode.
Look at me go. I only get cute stats.
Yeah, I don't mind the harem aspect. I'm used to it with all the stuff I watch and play. We won! They were tremendous opponents, to be certain. How the heck did they make such a killer team when they'd rather be killing each other? It's that strange sort of harmony built from years of constant feuding. I don't think I'll ever be able to wrap my head around that. Whatever, it's over, right? We passed the test. Thank you so much, guys. I was able to pass this test because you were here to support me. Oh, don't sell yourself short, Tita. All we did was give you the teeniest bit of a helping hand. Oh, I don't mean just today. Everything up till today counts just as much. I've learned and gained so much. Maybe it wasn't all easy, but that's okay. Even the hardest of times are still precious memories to me because you were there to make them that way. I won't forget them. So really, thank you for making my journey worth its while. Oh, Tita. It was our pleasure. And now we can make plenty more precious memories because next... About that, I know you worked hard so I could stay, but tomorrow I'm going back home to Liberl with my mom. The fuck, Tita? What did I just spend the last hour and 20 minutes doing? Yeah, true. Emma's been watching his back since before she went to Thor's because of him being the Ashen Awakener. Or the future Ashen Awakener. Didn't you pass your test? Passing this test wasn't the only condition. I had to show her something of worth to convince her to let me stay. Sure, I passed this test here, but I've got nothing to show for the other condition. Because of what happened during testing? You know, my great uncle was aboard the airship you saved, Tita. I can talk to your mother so you... Thank you, Muse, but it's okay. Even if I had lost the device that made my prototype function, it would have been impossible to reproduce. That technology was dead in the water, so either way, I wouldn't have anything worth presenting. Don't say that. You'll be staying in Erebonia for now, right, Agate? Me going home early means we won't see each other for a bit. I'll be a little lonely without you, but I'll keep my chin up. Did you participate in today's test knowing you were going home? Yeah. I wanted to prove the past year I spent here wasn't a waste. Now that I have, I've got no regrets. No. I don't want you to go. Are you sure about that? True. Mom? You guys? You still haven't completed the Orbital Gear 4, no? As my daughter, are you sure you won't regret leaving that unfinished? Huh? Wait, do you mean... Are you... I believe you've earned yourself enough time to stay until you graduate. But how? I didn't finish the Orbital Gear 4 in time. I read the incident report about the crash that happened the day before yesterday. What report? I didn't write any report. Oh yeah, man, I love Tales of the Abyss. That's my favorite Tales game. I don't know. Tales of the Abyss it's got some heavy cringe moments. Like, I love the game to pieces, and I think it's the best Tales game, but I'd say it's probably the second cheesiest, right behind Symphonia. And that's only because Symphonia's infamous coffee scene. You didn't, but Red here sure wrote up enough details to put anybody to sleep. It did? Picture Cornelia is done by a toddler, and you got the scale and headache I had to sift through. Shut up, I know I'm not a writer. But it did at least give me a clear idea of what happened. We still have to figure out a new source of power, but I like what I read. Fast, but maneuverable, and capable of saving lives. Oh, that's why Van sounds like so velvety smooth. Yeah, I loved Osborne. You prove beyond a doubt that you can improve upon what you started through the Orbital Gear 3. Enough to be something of worth to me. Mom. Yeah, I might have to go back and replay Trails of the Abyss. It's been a while. That means I'll be expecting updates from here on out. Yeah, Jade's fucking sick. I love Jade. Better show me some good stuff. Of course, for sure, Mom. I think Jade would probably be, like, you say the God Generals are the Iron Bloods, but I think Jade specifically would probably be Rufus. He just has that kind of air about him. Like, he just oozes Rufus to me. Like, a brilliant mastermind, incredible tactician, strong on the battlefield, with, like, this particularly noble way of speaking. Like, I feel like Jade is just so aggressively Rufus. Now that I'm not stressed over transferring out anymore, all kinds of ideas are coming to the surface. Oh, no fucking shit. Oh, damn, I'm definitely gonna have to play Tales of the Abyss in Japanese next time I play it. Yeah. Better draw up blueprints before I forget. Zoe's got engineering on the brain. It only adds to her unique charm. You got that right. Mr. Schwarzer. Yeah. I might have to go back and play through Tales of Legendia, too. Zestiria? I can absolutely understand. Zestiria sucks. I actually liked Vesperia. It's not my favorite, but I like it. And I actually really liked Arise for the gameplay. Like, I think Arise had a lot of fun to its gameplay with the different kind of combos and shit you can do. Granted, it did kind of get old a little fast, but I still think it was pretty fun. The only Tales games that I don't like are Grace's F and Zestiria. I didn't mind Arise's cast. And yeah, I hate every character in Zestiria. But how can I don't know how you can hate Yuri as a protag though. He's so smarmy. He's like such a dick. I love it. I love how he gets it. I love how him and Flynn get into it all the time. He's like such a troll. I mean, he's kind of a bit of a kiss ass every now and then. Please keep looking after my daughter. Of course. I may not be her homeroom instructor, but I think I speak for all of us here. I'm okay. I'm okay with all of that. Like, I go into the Tales games not expecting a terribly great story or incredibly well-written characters. I go into the Tales games just because they're flashy and fun gameplay. We'll do everything in our power to ensure she has a wonderful, fulfilling life at Thor's military, as a Thor's Military Academy student.
Oh, I forgot something super important.
You forgot to say thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mom. I love you.
Like, yeah, I'll give you that. Luke absolutely has like ridiculous character development. I won't go into any specifics about exactly what the big turning point for that is, because my fiance watches the stream and she doesn't know about Tales of the Abyss, so I wanted to go in as blind as possible. But yeah, you know the exact scene I'm talking about, though.
And I love you too, Tita. Oh, I must be a bee, because that's the only way something so sweet as honey had to have come out of me.
I fucking love Erica. Erica's so great. Yeah. So, I'll probably get a lot of flack for this. I actually don't like Tyr that much. I much prefer Natalia.
I'm going to give it my all. So you better be paying attention to me every step of the way, Agate. Well then.
Now that's bold.
That's one way to lay claim to your man.
I could learn a thing or two from her.
Yeah, why don't one of you three ladies run up and hug Green and lay claim to him before it's too late?
You got it. Won't take my eyes off you.
Good.
I do find it weird. I shouldn't touch.
I'm boned.
Oh, you are more than boned, Agate. You are super boned. Yeah, that's true. Run, Agate. Oh, run far. Oh, you're dead.
Agate Crossner.
Run!
Your head's not gonna be the only part of you that's red after today.
Agate, you're gonna die.
There's no taking the mama bear out of her, Tita.
Fucking Erica's the real angel of slaughter, goddamn. Alright. True impenetrable shield. Whew. These fucking daydreams take so goddamn long. Even on very easy mode, they take long. Yeah. Played through this entire game on hard mode, right up until the true final boss of the Reverie corridor. Then I switched to very easy mode because I just was not in the mood to grind out and build up 14 more characters to fight the true final boss. I ran with the same 6 characters through the Reverie corridor, start to finish.
Anyway...
Yeah. Guy was a real bro.
Slab of Reminiscence activated.
Oh, I need to take a drink because doing all the reading in this game is killer. Yeah, true. Still, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my god. Ugh. Do I have it in me to do the next daydream? Because this one does look like it'll be fun. Yeah. I don't like how quick Green is to sacrifice himself. Like, at every opportunity, he's like, oh, the only way through this is for me to sacrifice myself for my friends to die. Like, every hardship, too. Wait for me! Ah! Wow! Oh dear, this is why I told you not to run. Yeah. Like, I'm really excited for Kuro no Kiseki. So much so that I might actually buy it on Steam in Japanese and try and get that full English patch going in on it. Master, come quick!
Oh, what's all the fuss? Oh, you poor thing, you've grazed your knee.
It hurts, Mommy. Make it go away with your magic.
Mommy knows just the spell for this. Pain, pain, go away.
Huh?
That's not magic, Master.
Oh, maybe not, but it works just like it. Pain, pain, go away.
You're silly, Mommy.
And once more for good measure, go away.
Oh, Emma's mom's voice actress is fucking great. Holy shit. I spent my early years in an ordinary town. My mother was from a remote region, but moved there after marrying my father. And although he died not long after I was born, my mother chose to remain there, and we lived happy as a happy family of two. So, if you play the Trails games and the Tales games, you must have some interest in anime. If so, what are some of your favorite animes to watch? Of course, given my tender age, I understood little of the situation. I had no way of knowing where my mother was born either. All I ever concerned myself with was the two of us, and the elder cousin who came to play every so often. They were my world. Yet, as with all halcyon days, they were not destined to last. What did you just say? I said that Isola won't be coming back again. She's gone somewhere far, far away. Too far for any of us to go and pick her up. I like Lupin the Third and One Piece too. I'm a huge fan of My Hero Academia though. Like, I hate Code Geass, I'm with you there. But I love My Hero because it is one of the few shonen anime where you can actually see the characters both developing personality-wise, and you can actually see them getting stronger. It's not just like some random-ass bullshit power of friendship power-up that, like, say, Fairy Tail gives to Natsu and them. My favorite animes are Madoka Magica, ReZero, and what would be number 3? Probably Chaos Head. Yeah. I didn't like Code Geass all that much either. I watched it all. I didn't really like it. Mommy would never just leave me. She wouldn't. Wow. I won't tell you not to cry, but considering that her blood flows within you, you have a right to choose the life you want to lead. Come with me to your mother's home, the village of Erin. I don't think they wrote Lelouch as somebody you were supposed to feel bad for. They kind of wrote him as like a person who knows how he has to get his hands dirty to make himself a villain. I don't know. I never got that from watching it. It always looked to me like they wanted you to fucking absolutely hate him. Because that was that was his plan all along. Is to unify the world, like to give the world a villain to unify and hate. Oh, that's because the fan base is stupid. The fan base didn't really understand what they were watching. I mean, it still does. Because they're still unified. Like, Lelouch's whole thing was being Zero and kind of showing, like, he's the biggest evil to unify Britannia and Japan together, basically against him, and then having Suzaku be the hero that the entire world truly needs by killing him. Yeah. Like, Suzaku is a bit of a bootlicker, but he's the better character, absolutely. Yeah, Lelouch literally, like, and I don't know why the fan base treats him like a saint. He absolutely is not, and he basically even said that he's not. Not necessarily, because in being able to unify against the common villain, they realize they can put their differences aside and work together, and realize they aren't so different. But yeah, Lelouch is pretty fucking insufferable. I don't know why the fanbase treats him like a saint. He absolutely is not. And he basically says he's not. He basically says he is going to be the villain this world needs. Like, he actively says he's going to be evil. Meet your familiar. She's going to be family to you from now on. Give her a name, Emma. Oh, what a pretty black kitty. A name. What about Celine? Suits me well enough. Nice to meet you, Emma. You're going to become a first-rate witch with me at your side. I won't accept anything less. Yay, nice to meet you too, Celine. I'm gonna be just like Mommy one day. You'll see. Even Griano seems to be celebrating. It's been a long time since I last saw Emma this happy. Now we can breathe easier, if only a little. Agreed, it's up to us to watch over her now. I've got Vita and my grandmother and even Celine at my side now, so it wouldn't be fair for me to complain about being lonely. Yeah, but again, Celine's a cat. I give her a pass because she's a cat. I would give my life to save the cats of the world. Vita's gone? And Griano's too. And he didn't even try to stop her? That foolish girl, what was she thinking, throwing her lot in with the society of all things? I should have seen the signs earlier. How could I have been so blind? I'm always like this, always failing to notice what matters until it's too late. Oh, absolutely. Emma's been being left behind by the people in her life constantly. So yeah, Emma's had it hardest. Just forget about her, Emma. She has nothing to do with us anymore. You need to think about Emma. Damn it, Rose, you idiot. Why did everyone leave me all alone? Why? First Mom, then Vita. I wish I was stronger. I wish I was strong enough to fight the urge to cry. You're not alone, Emma. You're now ready to handle the truth, so awaken, my darling daughter. Oh, a dream. I remember now. I was cleaning grandmother's room, and then... I haven't had that dream in quite a while. The one where I relived Vita and my mother leaving me all over again. But I don't remember the dream ever ending that way before. Yeah. Sometimes the advice we give to other people is what we need to hear from other people to know everything's okay. I know that from tons of personal experience. Like the pep talks and support and things I give to other people or the stuff I wish people gave to me growing up. Is this what I think it is? It's your mother's diary notebook. Wishes of a Witch. After the war ended, I traveled across the land with Celine as a wandering witch. We spent several months ensuring that all spirit veins had returned to normal in the wake of the Great Twilight. Yeah. Like, I do think Emma and Rean make the better pairing. Like, I never put him with, like, I never maxed out the bond with Elisa and Laura. And partway through our mission, we returned to Erin to report on our progress. But little did we expect what we'd find there. I hope you have a very good explanation for this. You never told me that my mother had another diary. Don't expect me to back you up here, Rose. Emma's got every right to be annoyed. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves now. You haven't been in Erin for quite some time, and you must be tired. How about I make some of my grandmother? I wasn't trying to hide it from you as such. It's just that it's no ordinary diary, so I put it out of the way where you wouldn't find... In other words, you hid it from me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I swear you were a paleontologist with all the skeletons in your closet, woman. Oh, damn, Celine. Good one. I couldn't agree more. Hey, Vita, what's up, girl? How you doing? Vita! Yeah. Like, Emma don't take no shit. Hello, you two. What are you doing here? You've been missing ever since the war ended. Exactly, then you just pop up like it's the most natural thing in the world. Well, I wasn't expecting fate to draw me here either. Care to explain how a diary my master wrote during her travels ended up here? We were told that her death was an accident in an unknown location. What are you keeping from us? Very well. I can see there's no getting out of this. It all began 2.5 years ago, not long after you left the village for the academy, Emma. One day, an owl appeared, parcel in tow. Oh, fuck. So, I haven't watched Lupin the Third in a very, very long time. But... it's probably either Lupin or Fujiko. Like, I like all three of our main characters. Like, Goemon's pretty sweet. But yeah, it's probably either Lupin or Fujiko. Like, I like the whole fancy thief kind of aspect that Lupin portrays. Where he's not just a burglar, he's a fucking artist. I mean, that's fair. Fujiko is a very acquired taste. That's perfectly fine. I get that I'm probably in the minority for Fujiko, but I like Fujiko. I like how she always kind of keeps Lupin on his toes. Yeah. I used to watch Lupin the Third way back when it used to air on Adult Swim. I haven't watched much of the new stuff. But every once in a while I'll see some badass scenes that make me happy. Opening it, I found a diary and a brief message saying to give it to you when the time is right. Yeah. But to be fair, One of these days, I hope Jigen and Goemon don't save him, because Lupin, he gets himself into those situations. Like, he is such a thirsty little horn dog that he doesn't see what's right in front of him. Like, a lot of Lupin's issues he gets into himself because he's a troll. I love the fact that he's a troll, it's what makes him great, but he trolls. Yeah. Like, I'm a huge fan of, like, murder mystery stuff and, like, Phantom Thief kind of related shit. So, like, Detective Conan, I really love watching that because I like murder mysteries. And I liked Persona 5 a lot because of the Phantom Thief thing. Not as much as 4 because of the murder mystery story, but yeah. I just really like murder mystery stuff. Wait. Witches in the Middle Ages used to communicate using owls, and Isola's familiar was a white owl to boot. Indeed, though hers was not the owl that came to me, I can only assume she gave those items to it just before her passing. Evidently, there was more to her final journey than she told any of us, because it seems that pages of that diary will only come to bear the truth when you take it to a specific location. Monk's pretty cool, yeah. Like, I'm also kind of a big fan of everything you listed there. Like, I much prefer, like, the feudal era Japan samurai and stuff. Like, I definitely prefer samurai to, like, more sci-fi stuff. I'm not the biggest fan of mech anime outside of, like, Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann's one of the very few, I think maybe even if only mech anime I like. That's because it's just so fucking ludicrous. That explains why most of the pages are blank. You couldn't be a bit more precise. A specific place doesn't help us much. I would if I could. I know a little more about all this than you do. Still, now that I've told you this much, can you honestly say that you would have become preoccupied with this if you had found out just before banishing the Twilight? Well, alright, I'll spare you my wrath. This time. Still, I can't believe we happened upon this the moment the Twilight ended. Oh, I'm sure that was no coincidence. I imagine she influenced the laws of causality with her magic, so that you would find it when you were ready. Oh my god, why can't I read right now? She really did go to a lot of work here. But I'd expect no less from the witch I respect above all others. I actually have played Growlancer, yes. I have 2 or 3 games on the PS2. I'm a huge fan of collecting old PS1 and PS2 RPGs. Now, like, I do still have my PS3 set up. But, like, it would be hard for me to go back and play fucking Growlancer again. Hey, I'm right here, you know. Yeah, Growlancer wasn't bad. I also own Chaos Wars. So if I can read this, I can finally find out more about my mother. Sure. It has been probably 15, 16 years since I played Growlancer. If we can find out where we're supposed to take it, at least, this is going to be like looking for a needle in a haystack. Allow me to save you the trouble. Hey, Zeit. Just casually walking into witches. It's fine. A wolf? Zeit. Long time no see, my comrade. Several hundred years, I believe. I was not aware that you'd regressed so much physically. Did you have to bring that up? Wait, if you've known our grandmother for that long, then you must be the divine wolf who once watched over the Septarian of Crossbell. What? Things have been unsettled in Crossbell ever since the war ended. Does that relate to why you are outside of it all? Indeed, that is one reason I have been traveling around the continent. While on my journey, I happened to find something strange. Something I thought you ought to be informed about. Such as, it so happens that a white ruin of some sort appeared in the Osgiliath Basin not long ago. One that appears to be of gnomish origin. Oh yeah, fucking Osgiliath Basin. Because Osborne wasn't fucking self-centered enough. Narcissistic enough. That Falcom had to fucking name a goddamn entire location after him. What? Could that be what we're looking for? Perhaps the diary is responsible. Sounds like it's worth looking into either way. It does, although as much as I'm itching to go straight away, we don't know what might be waiting for us there. We should prepare ourselves before we set off. I shall accompany you after letting the villagers know that I'm leaving. You haven't been here in some time, Vita. You should at least say hello to everyone. I suppose that wouldn't hurt. Once we've made the rounds, we should head for the teleportation circle at the village center. Yeah, I completely fucking forgot about Osgiliath Basin.
It has been too long since I visited the witch's village.
Yeah. Growlancer, from what I recall, wasn't terribly well written. I liked the way it looked, that's for sure. It looked really nice for its time. Oh my god. So we got everything we need? Let's go. Yeah. Like, I also kind of enjoyed the Record of Agrest War. Yeah. I think I only have 2 Growlancer games in my collection. I'm actually gonna Google them and see which 2. Because, like, I know Growlancer is actually a fairly sizable series, all things considered. Hit me up. I'm down. Alright. Alright, what Growlancer games do I have? So, I think I have... So, I have Growlancer. Wait, let me see these. Not that one. Not that one. I think I have... Okay, so I have Growlancer Generations. And I think I have Growlancer Wayfarer of Time. Yeah, I think I have Generations and I think Wayfarer of Time. We use the long-range teleportation magic to jump to Gileath Osborne Basin. Oh. Fucking neat. Yeah. Okay, then yeah, I played 2, 3, and 4. Okay. I do love me some Dante. I actually got to go back and replay through Devil May Cry 4 so that I can actually play Devil May Cry 5 because I have the whole collection just fucking sitting here. Oh. I also got to go back and finish Bayonetta 3. Well, this looks like the place. This must be where Isola hid the truth. I certainly can't imagine a new spirit shrine showing up right now to be mere coincidence. Mom's diary, it's reacting to the shrine. What's that? Isola must have created it with her magic. So she really did plan for this place to appear as soon as the diary was found. An elaborate undertaking, to say the least, and so very in character for Isola. You have our thanks for telling us about this, Zeit. Not at all. It was no imposition. The rest is in your capable hands. I know little about what is happening, but I wish you well, and now I shall take my leave. Awoo! Fluffy teleport away! He's changed, that one. I never would have pictured him helping others more than absolutely necessary. For a holy beast, he seems awfully devoted to liberating Crossbell. He and his people have been to Gehenna and back, by all accounts. I'd expect as much after all that. Well, Emma, found your nerve? Of course, we're going inside. I can't pass up an opportunity to finally learn what happened to my mother. No matter how solemn the truth might be. Oh, honestly. I've never met this Isola person you're all talking about, so I don't have as much of a stake in this as you do. But I'm your guardian, Emma. We'll see this through to the end together. Thank you, Celine. Naturally, I'll be along for the ride. It was only because of Isola that I first left the village and came to learn more about the world. So I want to see this through, too. I'll be coming as well, both to watch over you two and because I'm Isola's foster mother. Yeah. That would both work and be totally in character for Bayonetta and Jean. And Dante and Virgil. Yeah. I wasn't a terribly big fan of Devil May Cry 4. Because, like, I don't like Nero that much. And Devil May Cry 5, from what little I've seen of it, they massacred my boy. Dante is still, like... He's still goofy, but he's, like, not as cool goofy. Friggin'. And, like... I love how everybody calls Dante this fucking edgelord. Because that just... You just know that the people who call him an edgelord have never played the games before. Yeah, there are people who call Dante an edgelord, and I'm just like, what? That's one of the goofiest motherfuckers around. He's a badass, but he's not an edgelord. Like literally, like not just so much to the first game, but literally the scene right at the end when you save Trish, and he's like, "It should have been me. I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light." It's like Dante is so aggressively goofy and dweeby and nerdy. Like, he's goofy as fuck, but he's also cool as hell badass. But he is absolutely not an edgelord. But like, even if he was an edgelord, he'd have every right to be with his fucking upbringing. His dad was the fucking, effectively one of the kings of hell. So like, if anyone deserves to be an edgelord, it is Dante and Virgil. Virgil is kind of an edgelord. But Dante? Nah, man. Dante is just a goofy ass motherfucker. Like, yeah, no, absolutely not. The mana inside seems completely unlike the mana in the shrines that appeared during the wars, perhaps owing to Isola having created it with her own mana. The fact that this shrine still stands a decade after her passing is a testament to her greatness. Yeah, there are some people out there called Dante and edgelord, and I'm just sitting here thinking, you've never played Devil May Cry, have you? You've literally just seen Dante attacking stuff and using Devil Trigger, and that's probably the extent of your knowledge of the series. Like, fucking... his goddamn Michael Jackson dance in Devil May Cry 5. Fucking... he's great. I love Dante so much as a character. Indeed, she was always more adept at using mana than most. Well, shall we get started? Are you ready, Emma? I am. Let's be off.
So it's on me.
It's all me.
Yeah.
The structure appears to be simple enough.
Alright, running kitty
Simple,
ladies.
yes.
A white feather. Steel yourselves, everyone. We're under attack. It would appear that there's a trial before us. Ready yourself, Emma. I was born ready.
Very well. I shall be your opponent.
Which has the... Okay. This.
Fear my crimp.
Very well.
Yay.
A fun.
Piece of cake. Phew. More words have appeared. The contents were designed to reveal themselves as we overcome trials, it would seem. Yeah. Yeah, freaking... like... So... Madoka Magica is hella dark. Because of its concepts. Like, yeah, it shows death. And a little bit of blood. But, like, what makes Madoka so dark is the storyline and the concepts. Wait a minute. Did they not watch The Last Star Door? I'm sorry, but a child being sold into, or being sold as a fucking sex slave, to the point she has to develop multiple fucking personalities in order to cope with it. No amount of happy ending can erase that happening. Like, wait a minute now. When I was reading through that Star Door... Yeah, fucking... Yeah, when I was reading through that Star Door, I about threw up, man. I about threw up. That disgusted me. Yeah, like, Kia's been through some shit. Tio's been through some shit. Kevin's been through some shit. Ren has been through some hella fucking shit. Like, that fucking broke me. It's like... So... I like horror. I don't like horror movies because a lot of horror movies are just like slasher slasher films. Like heavily blood, heavily gore. I don't mind watching the occasional thriller, but I have a very weak stomach. I cannot stomach watching anything that's like overly gory. Yeah. I can't handle watching like anything real, like real life that's even remotely gory. It makes me queasy. But like, I like psychological horror. I think the goriest horror game... Yeah. I just can't handle the gore. It makes me sick. Yeah. supernatural and cosmic horror. Like, the show Supernatural, that's great. You know, eldritch beings from, like... Oh my god. I have a lot of his books. What is his fucking name? Oh my god. What is his fucking name? Oh my god. I have his books. I read his books. Fucking ADHD. I'm blanking. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, who the fuck? I have a fucking plush of Cthulhu. Why can I not remember the goddamn name? Lovecraft. My god, that was not gonna fucking come to me today. Yeah. Lovecraft writes some great horror. I don't really care for Stephen King's horror, to be honest. But H.P. Lovecraft, man, I love me some Cthulhu, some Nyarlathotep, some fucking Azathoth, all that good shit. Yep. Yeah. Like, I don't play a lot of horror games. Like, I play Resident Evil, but that kind of feels less on the horror side after 3. Because killing things just becomes so much easier in those games. Silent Hill. Because Silent Hill just likes to fuck with me. My favorite horror series of all time is Corpse Party. Because while the still images do show, like, some fairly heavy violence, a lot of the horror comes from the descriptions of what's going on. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I love me some Corpse Party. Corpse Party still fucking scares the shit out of me. Even though I've played through it several times. Because, like, it's just so fucking creepy. So, what's it say? And, yeah. Yeah, fucking Ayumi is a bitch. God, is Ayumi ever a fucking bitch. Like, in all 3 fucking games, Ayumi is the fucking worst. And man, Seiko, man. I fucking loved Seiko. Seiko was fucking best girl. Seiko and Yuka. Like, Yoshiki's pretty sweet. Like, freaking... Yeah, like, fucking... She's like, oh, Yoshiki, you almost drowned for me, or, oh, Yoshiki, you almost died for me like this, and you almost got burned alive in the incinerator because of that, and you almost did this, and you almost did that. But you're not Mochida, so go fuck off. It's like... And, like, how she was so quick to sacrifice Naomi in one of the bad ends. Yeah, I think... I think the person who probably had it the roughest in a lot of the old Class 7 would honestly be Machias. Because his cousin, who was like a sister to him, got pushed to suicide because the man she loved, who loved her, called off the wedding because of the stupid nobility bullshit. And I honestly think that resonates a lot more with me because I lost my older brother when I was 10. Not to suicide or anything like super dark, but like natural causes, but... So I guess I just kind of resonate with Machias a little more than that. Or a little more than most. Because he lost somebody who was basically a sibling to him. Something stirs. Something dark and unfathomable, omnipresent in Erebonia's long history. At times, I can sense it in the mana that fills up the Empire. None of the stray witches I've consulted can feel it, but I know it can't be my imagination. So for the sake of my grandmother, and all the others in the village who saw me off, yeah, I don't like Gaius. Like, at least in terms of his gameplay, like, I can tolerate his character. His character doesn't make me mad as much as, like, say, Machias or Eustace's character. And I'm hit or miss on Elliot's character. And so that my daughter, pupil, and I can all keep living happily together. I resolved to look into the matter, first by venturing to the spirit veins across the land. This is from before Mom set off on her final journey. So she discerned the existence of Ishmelga's curse before anyone. That's my pupil for you, and the most capable wandering witch of them all. Yeah. Like, I'm kind of pissed because when we were saving Oliver and Shara earlier in the game, and like the rest of the squad showed up, and Kevin and Reese showed up, I was like so excited to see Kevin and Reese again because Kevin is fucking awesome. No, they just say, "Oh, hey, Kevin and Reese are here," but they don't even show my man, even on the jumbotron. At least let me see his fucking face. Whatever the case, it seems we still have a ways to go till the heart of the shrine. Assuming there's another trial awaiting us, they may very well be new information as well. Let's keep at it, shall we? Yes, you're right. Mom. We find ourselves in another open locale. So presumably... I just don't like the combat system. I don't like the chain skill tree combat system of it. Like... I don't mind some of the characters, I'm just not a fan of the combat system. And I typically play Tails for the combat. Like, and I can't remember, like, any of the characters' names outside of Richard right now, Richard and Sophie. But I like our redheaded childhood friend because she fights a lot like Sakuya from Toho, who is my favorite character of anything forever of all time. With the whole time-stopping and knife-throwing stuff. Indeed, I expect this trial's challenge to eclipse that of the prior. We had best not let our guards down.
Very well. I shall be your opponent.
So, when I play JRPGs, I play them for one of two reasons. I play them, like... I can forgive a weaker story if the gameplay is really fun. And I can forgive gameplay that I'm not a fan of. Particularly, example would be the Trails games. I don't really like the combat in these games, but I fucking love the story.
Dark. I will go.
I'll restore you. We did pretty good.
So that's my two criteria. Is the game fun to play, or does the game have a really good story? Which is why I like Final Fantasy a lot. Like, neutral, like, some of the stories are good, some of the stories are meh. Alright, let's hear it. The more time I spent investigating legends of old, the more confident I became in my theory, which concerned the Great One that came to be from our ancestors' conflict. I was convinced that the ominous blight lurking in the Empire was that of the very Great One. We witches are not involved, which makes the gnomes the most likely culprits. I can't even imagine the devastation that would result from a collision between the Hexen clan and the gnomes. I've been hesitant to tell grandmother about all of this as a result. Neither do I want to trouble my daughter or my pupil, and so I shall resolve this matter on my own. Lately, however, I feel as though I'm being watched. Perhaps someone has learned of my intentions. I say let them come. I'll gladly be the bait if it leads to information on the gnomes. Oh, that silly girl. If only she had more of a penchant for troubling us. This sheds a whole new light on something she once inquired. She asked one day what I knew about the gnomes. I hadn't the answers for her at the time. To her? I hadn't the answers to her questions. Oh, okay, I read that completely wrong. I hadn't the answers to her questions at the time. Looking back, this is what led me to look into the Black Workshop and the rivalries. The pieces are finally falling into place. She went up against the gnomes alone. Then the real cause of her death was, I fear as much myself, but surely all will be revealed when we fill the last pages. Then let us press on. Yes, give me more backstory. Another open area, which brings us to our next trial. Ah, the Wiggly Dudes! We must be especially prudent.
Do try and make this entertaining.
Pratt? Dark. I shall go.
It's all me.
There! I'll restore you. Here. Dear me. Finished already?
Yeah. Like... let's think. Okay, because I'm not a big fan of Irina. I think when they call her mother a horrible person, it's probably because she doesn't really show Elisa all that much motherly love, and also probably because she overthrew Gwyn as the head of the company. And can you give specific examples, like where she directly shows her love? Because like it's easy to show love in an indirect manner, but like I feel like Sharon honestly shows Elisa a lot more motherly love than Irina does. Like, yeah, Irina makes sure all of her needs are met, but yeah, I just don't think Elisa's a great character. But I also don't really like her mother either. I like Gwyn. Gwyn's great. Gwyn has an eye for the finer things when he hits on Sharon. All information I found on the rivalries and the Gnome's Trail has been erased now. How is he a pedophile? What child does he hit on? I'd say Ag's more of a pedophile than Gwyn. A silver lining, I was able to learn the identity of my pursuer, one Albrecht, chief of the gnomes. Oh. True, true, true. By the sounds of it, he is currently conducting biological research as an executive of some abominable cult. But I've learned that Ulbrich's true form is an astral body that lives as a parasite in the gnome's descendants. No matter how many times his body is destroyed, he can revive in the body of one of his relatives. Maybe we should kill, maybe we should have killed all of his relatives then. But if I do not defeat him now, this world will be engulfed in war before the seeds of hope can even blossom. I have only one choice. Mom. She must have tried confronting Ulbrich face to face. I can imagine how that worked out. The Ulbrich she describes here is more likely is likely his previous incarnation. Given this diary entry date of 11 years ago, that seems consistent with my own knowledge. Yeah. 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 I just would have thought, I would have found it a lot more fun if Black Ulbrich was just 100% always Franz Reinfeld. And not like a demon possessing her dad. Well, this also makes me wonder if we'll ever actually be able to take down Black Ulbrich, like the concept of Black Ulbrich. And my mother both fell in battle with one another 11 years ago. I'm so sorry, Emma. It really stings to hear the truth, and yet I can't help but feel happy to finally have closure. She realized something was wrong before anyone and came within a hair of stopping it. Indeed, she was a truly remarkable person. But I'd expect no less from your mother. I concur, and I can't help but feel encouragement from her discoveries. I underestimated just how deeply indebted to her I was. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Full as the diary may be now, we still have a hitherto unexplored segment of the shrine. And I can sense a great deal of mana further in. Yeah. Whatever's in there, it doesn't seem to be like the trials we faced up to this point. We'd best be careful. Like... So, me and my fiance and a couple other people have a running joke where it would be really funny if the Grand Master of Ouroboros turned out to be that one guy from the entire series who travels from place to place, hitting on women in search of true love. I can't remember his name, but you gotta know the one I'm talking about. I mean, we've seen other people, like, how do we know he doesn't have the power to shapeshift? Like, shapeshifting wouldn't be the most out of ordinary thing in this game.
This should be it right here. Are you good to keep going, Emma?
Yes. Whatever awaits, I won't run.
Well, this, as far as the shrine goes, this particular area feels a little strange. Something's coming. A white owl? Could it be? Yes, this is his oldest familiar. I had thought it long gone from this world. It's like a memory brought vividly to the fore. Oh no, more dudes. What's happening? I can only assume this is our final trial. Steel yourselves. These denizens of the underworld pose a grave threat.
Enemies approaching. Please be careful. Dance.
That was nothing
Yay.
for the likes of me.
Of course that was nothing. God damn
I
it.
shall be your opponent.
Wait, no, Palace of Region is a defensive one. God damn it.
I will go.
Fuck him up, Vita.
I'll fix you up. Thank you. I'm rather worked up. Oh, fun.
Yeah. Like, Abyss does have some really solid character development.
Cracked?
How's this?
It's why it's my favorite of the series.
Look like
There. I shall go.
That, and it's actually
It's my turn.
it's one of the only 3 Tales games I actually like the story of.
I will go.
How's this? Yeah, I assume
The other 2
you win.
being Zillia 1 and 2.
I still. This one seems worth picking on. Oh my. I still.
We're done with all the fights. Looks like it. Phew, that was close. No, it wasn't, Emma. We breezed through it. Do you not know we're on very easy mode? That's the final trial done and dusted. I'd say we passed with flying colors. The power of the owl. It's resonating. So it seems. I sense there's a message for us. Let's hear it then.
Emma.
Mama.
Mother? You found me, didn't you, Emma? I am so proud of the exceptional witch you've no doubt become.
I mean, she's become like a mid-level witch. I wouldn't say she's exceptional yet.
I'll admit it may
But she's
have been
pretty
a
good.
little mean of me to test you like this, but I knew you would rise to the challenge.
Are we communicating with the past? No, that's not it.
It's a projection created by her familiar's lingering thoughts.
So, about One Piece. So, we can tackle McBurn. So yeah, one of my favorite things about the One Piece haters is their like absolute biggest fucking criticism of the show is that it's too long. And I'm just sitting here thinking, so the only thing bad you can say about One Piece is it's too long. So your criticism's not even a fucking criticism. Yeah, me and my fiance are actually in the middle of rewatching One Piece because she hasn't seen like any of it outside of the Wano arc stuff that she watched with me every once in a while. And because me and her were gonna start rewatching it, I actually stopped watching it around a few episodes in when Luffy was thrown in prison in the Wano arc training against the old man. Or training from the old man's assistants. And I try to avoid as many spoilers about what goes on as I can, but it's hard. Yeah. Like we didn't really get too much on Chloe until like Sky 2 or Shara. Like we got some light dusting of Shara's backstory in Sky 1. Yeah. It's like it's not Final Fantasy. We're building a huge fucking world here.
I'm about to face the chief of the gnomes.
So it's like, calm your ass down. They'll get there when they get there.
I know this battle is destined to end, in our mutual demise. But I must see it through. This I have learned by peering into the future. This very act is taboo. In doing so, I have meddled with the threads of fate. Yet I feel no regret in learning how my life ends. Because I know this will lead to a better future. Not just for my beloved daughter, but for all the Empire.
None of this was any reason to willingly throw your life away. All I wanted was to have you there with me. We could have found a better future together.
Yeah?
So, why? Why did you have to?
Yeah, it looks like Franz, but the diary did say it was the previous incarnation before Franz. But this does also mean that because of Emma's mother, that Elisa's father got fucked over.
I'm sure you're standing there raising your objections, wailing and cursing my choice. I am so sorry for leaving you on your own, Emma. I won't ask you to forgive me. You have every right to hate me for what I did.
Like, I'm sitting here thinking, if Isola and Roselia are, like, such spectacularly powerful witches, I have to think one could have made something similar to the Earthen Prison we used at the end of CS4 to just trap that incarnation of Black Ulbrich for all eternity.
But I want you to know that the days I spent with you were my greatest treasure. That's why I'll do anything to secure you a future where you can live unburdened, happy. I will fall with the chief and alter fate, so that those destined to one day face Ishmelga will have a fighting chance.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for asking so much of you, Grandmother. Thank you for raising Emma into such a fine young woman. May you live a long, happy life after your mission is over.
Silly fool. I'll live enough for the both of us. That's a promise.
You must be there too, right, Vida? There's a lot that not even I can see about the road you have chosen. But you should know that everyone loves you more than you realize.
Yeah.
So, rein in those reckless impulses, huh?
No, they didn't. Yeah, they basically just said, hey, your dad's dead. But Irina knew her dad wasn't dead. Sort of. And then it's like, all of a sudden, actually, your dad's alive. Like, they could have at least foreshadowed it with the society or somebody making inventions that only her dad conceptualized. Like, if they would have made it so that there was something that only her dad knew, that he never even wrote down or told anyone, outside of, like, telling it to, like, Elisa or something, and maybe Irina, as, like, a passing thing, but never really doing anything with it.
I'll come back and haunt you if you make Emma cry too much.
Booga booga booga.
Always with a sense of humor. I'll try, Master. I'd be a lousy excuse for a student if I didn't.
I'd also like to say something to Emma's new familiar, Celine.
Me?
You'll have a lot to shoulder with all the trouble the girls will give you. Emma, grandmother, and Vita. Everyone I wanted to be there for. You'll be there in my stead. Knowing they have you gives me the strength and clarity I need to walk this solemn road.
Oh, let me think. Yeah, kinda.
Thank you so much.
Because yeah, that was basically Elisa's whole reason for going to the Girl of Erebos, was to see her dad. But if Emma's mom never fucking killed the other Black Albrecht, then her dad likely would have just died.
You've got it. Leave everything to me.
Finally, to my dear Emma. I had a good look at what the future has in store for you. You will throw yourself headlong into your studies, then leave the village to carry out your duties as a witch. You will find fulfillment and friends in the halcyon days of school life, affection overflowing, and despite many a worry along the way, you will become a fine witch, capable of saving the Empire from the Great Twilight. Oh, how I wish I could hear stories of your exploits, relishing in the emotion dancing in the light of your eyes. But I am content, simply knowing what a wonderful journey lies in wait for you.
Oh, Mother.
I am certain beyond doubt that you've no shortage of things you now hold dear. Connections that can weather any storm. Always follow your heart, Emma. The world needs you and your power. But that you already know. I'll be rooting for you. Now and forever. As much as I hate to leave you, it seems I'm out of time. So goodbye, everyone. I love you.
No! Thank you, Mother. I love you too.
Oh, how sweet. Emotional head pats all around. Oh, the spirit shrine is gone. I feel almost sad to see it disappear, but it successfully served its purpose. This is the best outcome for everyone. I suppose you're right. You sure are looking brighter, Emma. You think? If I am, it's because I finally have the resolve to follow my heart. Now where's Reen's dick? I gotta hop on that shit. Oh? This relates to what Isola said before she disappeared, I assume. Yes, she gave me the encouragement I needed. When my current journey is over, I intend to leave the Empire. My wanderings will take me far beyond this land I've always known. Across the entire continent, for I want to protect it all. What? That's quite the lofty goal. I feel like as they wrote Cold Steel 2, maybe even Cold Steel 3, they probably realized that even though Elisa was the poster child, like they had to know Emma came out on top in all the popularity contests. So then I think they realized, oh fuck, we gotta retcon her, we gotta make her awesome. Like, she was always important to the story, but I think they realized that because of how popular she was from the second and probably third game, as they were starting to write and make the fourth game in Reverie, they're like, oh man, she's actually super popular. Let's give her more fucking screen time now. Trust me, I know. But as we traveled around and met people of all stripes in our fight against the Great Twilight, I found myself thinking. Cimmeria has faced all kinds of supernatural crises. The Oriole and the Burl, the Azure Tree and Crossbow, and plenty more on our own home soil. Then there's the blazing demon who supposedly came from a different world entirely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they had to know Emma was substantially more popular, so that's probably why they just started, like, giving her more screen time as they wrote more story. Because I feel like after seeing that, they probably went back and rewrote a lot of shit to give Emma, like, more front time. And man, I really hope we get more information on the fucking other world McBurn is, like, a part of. Like, Kevin got to basically go to hell, or what was an illusion of hell. I don't like Ellie that much. I prefer Lloyd with Risha. I actually do not like Ellie all that much. Estelle's fucking great though. Like, yeah, fucking Estelle is just like fantastic character. She's just a no nonsense kind of girl who will just beat your ass. And she's pretty easy on the eyes too. Yeah. Like, if you want to make a mom an antagonist, watch how Final Fantasy 16 did it. Annabella was just so violently the worst that I wanted her dead from the fucking first moment I saw her. So from now on, I don't want to live in the shadows of Erebonian history. I want to see all of creation with my own two eyes. That sounds like a fine dream to me, one I can enthusiastically support. I remember being surprised just how big the continent was when I joined the society. There's so much you can learn from wandering the world, and above all else, it's fun to be free. Says the local orchard's poison apple. At this point, I think any further effort to obfuscate our existence from the world from after the Great Twilight would be a waste. I'm also certain that you would never use magic for evil, unlike a certain other witch I could name. Still, if you left the Empire, that would mean I could no longer watch over you. Yeah, like, I don't blame him for being very uncomfortable around her. Like, when your first interaction is trying to help her and then getting slapped for it, yeah, that kind of puts a damper on future interactions. Ultimately, I'm not sure if I can sign off on this with a clear conscience. That sounds like you don't want to let her leave the nest. Don't worry about her so much. She'll be fine. I'll be with her wherever she goes. Shenanigans. I call shenanigans. Why do you get to be with her and I don't? Because she's a cat and I like cat. Like, granted, Rose, I love you too, but cat. I'm not planning to leave the Empire just yet, grandmother. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. On that note, I think it's about time I depart. Emma, Celine, I look forward to seeing you both again one day. Oh, and grandmother, do make sure you exercise from time to time or you'll put on weight before you know it. Mind your own business, you brazen hussy. I hope I see you again soon too, Vita. Take care of yourself. I see she still doesn't know how to keep that mouth of hers shut. But she does seem to have become more personable since I last saw her. Maybe the end of the Great Twilight signaled the start of a new something for her. Perhaps. So it's not as though everything is suddenly back to how it used to be, but she did remind me of the old Vita today. That she did, sass and all. Well, shall we make our way back to Erin? I think we should. We haven't finished cleaning your room yet. Who knows what other secrets are waiting to be found in there. There aren't any, I swear, that I remember. Says the woman who was hiding a literal magic diary of life-changing importance. I say we tear the room apart. I'll start. Stretch. That was lengthy. Dazzling Fenrir gem. Towels! Towels all around. Serene Blessing, too, has been enhanced to Crescent Blessing. Oh, goddamn. I could have been using the good juice? Damn. Shame now there's not any fucking real combat I care to mess with.